Let's just get it out there and say it right now. I was very, and I mean very wrong about Oklahoma and Brent Venables. The sad truth about this football program's coming out, and I, for one, can't even believe I'm about to say what I'm going to say in this video. To say that I'm shocked would be an understatement, and even saying it's an understatement might be an understatement. I cannot believe I'm having to make this video, and maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should believe it, because like they say, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Maybe, just maybe, it's my fault for having too much faith in the Oklahoma football program. For all of my Oklahoma fans, we have a bunch of y'all that watch this channel, and I greatly appreciate that. Y'all have an awesome fan base. But this is not going to be a video you're going to like. I don't sugarcoat anything. This isn't what you want to hear. This is what you need to hear. Let me make this extremely clear. I hate making this video because most of y'all know I love Oklahoma football. I love the program, everything about them. But the truth is coming out. We're not doing no intro, none of that. It's simple. If you like college football content or you've been watching, you're not subscribed, you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button, joining our awesome football community. Shout out to everybody that is subscribed. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up now. Without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, before we get into the juicy Oklahoma drama and that entire mess, the new AP rankings came out, and I originally wasn't going to talk about them. That was up until I saw this tweet. This person tweeted out, and I assume they're a Kansas fan, the only reason Kansas is not ranked is because it's Kansas. That's it. If it were an SEC team with the same resume and performance, it'd be in the top 10. They also added, case in point, Kansas is 4-0 and ranked 26. Florida is 2-2 and ranked 28. Well, here's my biggest dilemma with this. They're currently ranked 26. So are you just upset they're not ranked 25th or 24th? What are you crying about? And I'm not even sold on the fact if this was an SEC team with the same resume, they would be ranked, and I'll explain why. Kansas for the past 10 years has been dog crap. So yeah, we're not going to be quick to rank you after you've been dog crap for the past 10 years. Another reason they're not ranked is because yes, they're 4-0 and they have impressed me, but you still haven't beat a ranked team. If they beat a team like Utah or a team that was inside the top 15 or even 20, I'm sure they would be ranked. But it's the fact your 4 wins have come against Tennessee Tech, West Virginia, who has 2 losses already, Houston, who has 2 losses, and Duke. I'm not going to disrespect Duke or disregard them, but they're a basketball school. I personally don't think Kansas has an argument to complain because you haven't beat a ranked team. And look, Florida State right here, they're ranked 23rd and they just got ranked and they're 4-0 as well. I don't understand why they're so flustered by this. You haven't beat a ranked team, so you don't have an argument. And all in all, it doesn't matter. If you continue to win, I'm sure if they win next week and the week after, they'll be ranked for sure. I do want to speak on that though because I saw a lot of people freaking out. Let me know your thoughts down below. Alrighty, Roddy, had to talk about that a little bit. Let's get into Oklahoma. Woo! Man, oh man, where do I even begin with this crap show? Let me go back on that statement. The program and team, it's not a crap show. I just kind of added that in there. Yesterday, which was a Sunday recap, I'm sure some of you saw that video. If you haven't, go check it out. I talked a little bit about the game, but I can't talk about it as much as I want to because we're recapping every single game. I do feel like that game and also the situation that's currently going on deserves its own entire video, and that's what this is. As most of you know, I'm sure some of you may have saw it, I made a video on Friday talking about this Oklahoma game, and I was asking the question, why are Oklahoma fans worried about Kansas freaking State? Because I thought they were going to beat them by 20 points. In matter of fact, I even stated in that video, I would be shocked if the game was within 20 points. Once again, I'm going to say that. I said I'd be shocked if Kansas State kept it within 20. And as we all know, Kansas State didn't just keep it within 20, they won the game. To go on top of that, it wasn't some fluke play. No, they simply outplayed Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, and I still cannot wrap my brain around what I saw on Saturday. Most of you also know this. I love it. I mean, absolutely love the Oklahoma football program, from the fans to the culture, everything about it. I don't know what it is. I enjoy watching all their games, and it hasn't been just the past year or two. It's been for the past 8 to 10 years. They have an awesome fan base. Shout out to all my Oklahoma fans, by the way. I admire the way you guys just love your football team. Some people might understand this, others won't. That's cool. It's more than a game. I can't explain it. If you get it, you get it. It's more than a football game. College football, especially in the state of Oklahoma, it's a way of life. You dedicate your Saturdays to that one big game, and leading up to the Saturdays, Monday through Friday, that's all you're talking about, is the game that's going to happen. I say that to say this. The pressure to succeed at Oklahoma is through the roof. Football is everything there. This isn't California where if, oh, USC's bad, it's all good. We got all these major and pro sports teams. And this isn't Florida where if Florida State and University of Florida's bad. We got all these other pro sports teams. No, all Oklahoma has outside of the basketball team is their college football team. And when it comes to a pro football team, they don't have one. Although they haven't won as many championships as Alabama in the past 10 or 15 years, they're still held to that same Alabama standard. I don't mind admitting I was wrong. I know a lot of other people, they have too big of a pride and ego to admit they're wrong. To me, it really doesn't matter. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't want to be wrong, but sometimes whenever it happens, I just got to stand up and admit it. Let's just get it out there and say it right now. I was very, and I mean very wrong about Oklahoma and Brent Venables. I thought with Venables coming in, the defense would improve astronomically, and maybe it has slightly, but not as much as I thought it would. I thought this Oklahoma defense was sick and tired of being a laughingstock, but I guess they're not. Pitiful. You're not getting any sympathy from me. 41 to Kansas State? This is the same team that lost last week to Tulane 17-10. This was also the same team that had the worst passing offense in the entire country. And yet, you mean to tell me you let the same team drop 41 on your noggin at your same home field? You gotta throw that in there. This was a night game at your home field. Once again, to say what I saw on Saturday night was embarrassing or sad, it's probably an understatement. The sad truth about this football program's coming out, and I, for one, can't even believe I'm about to say what I'm going to say in this video. On paper, when you looked at it heading into this game, this Kansas State team had no business even keeping it close, yet alone winning the game. They shouldn't even had a shot to win. But somehow, some way, they win this game, and Adrian Martinez plays like he's prime Michael Vick. I don't know what got into Martinez, but I've never seen him play that good. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. Adrian freaking Martinez. Once again, Adrian freaking Martinez made Oklahoma's defense look like a JV high school football team. He's not that great of a passer, yet he goes off for 230 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 0 INTs, and a QBR right at 90. And on the ground where he lit you up, 21 carries for $150 with 4 touchdowns in that crazy conversion on 3rd and 16 that shouldn't have happened. That cannot happen, but we'll talk about that in just a second. After the game on Saturday night, and even all throughout Sunday, I was telling myself, man, this had to be a fluke. Kansas State, they just played out of their minds. Adrian Martinez, he'll never play that good again. Oklahoma, they're a great team. It was just a bad game. However, I thought about it again, and I was like, well, dang, maybe I just need to come to terms with reality. Oklahoma is who I just watched. Remember, like I said earlier in this video, if it talks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Applying that analogy to Oklahoma's defense, if your defense can't tackle, they can't stop the pass, they can't stop the run, maybe they're just not that good. But hey, that's just a conspiracy theory. That's just a maybe. I'm just playing if you couldn't tell. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a cold hard fact. 41 to Kansas State? Are you kidding me? And I get it. This is one of those games where it's always going to be close. And for the past 4 years now, I believe, it's always came down to the wire. And Kansas State has won 3 out of the past 4. I get it 100%. And it's not that I'm concerned or worried that Kansas State beat Oklahoma. It's the way they did it. And if you're an Oklahoma fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not the fact you lost, it's how you lost. It is embarrassing, and I couldn't imagine being an Oklahoma fan knowing your defense still sucks. Whoa. Hold on. You would think people would be blaming the defense, and they would be saying, dang, we got to get better on defense. But no. They're just blaming Dillon Gabriel, and it blows my mind. Let me get this out there first. Did Dillon Gabriel miss some wide open throws? Yes, but it's not like he lost you the game. He played good enough to win that game, and I stand on that. 26 for 39, 330 through the air, 4 touchdowns, 0 INTs, QBR of 81. Yeah, he played good enough to win. Once again, I'm not saying he played a flawless game. He did miss open receivers, but it's not like he had a pick 6 or even a costly interception. Did he miss wide open throws? Yes, but that's who Dillon Gabriel is. That's who I thought he was at the beginning of the season, and he's proved it all throughout this season. I said it at the beginning of the year. I'm going to say it again. Dillon Gabriel, he's not a great quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. He's a good one. The 2 things I like about him the most is 1, he's a winner. He's won everywhere he's been. And 2, I think he's a good leader. Unfortunately, when it's 3rd and 10 late in the 4th quarter and you need a clutch throw, he's not the quarterback you want. You want a guy like Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, maybe Caleb Williams or CJ Stroud. Dillon Gabriel is not the most accurate passer, and he's not one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but I thought everybody knew this. I'm going to read you off this reply to a tweet. An Oklahoma fan stated, "He missed some big throws tonight. When your back's against the wall, you have to make those throws." And under that, this person said it perfectly. When you need a defensive stop and you have a team on 3rd and 16, you need to not allow a 30-yard quarterback scramble. When your back is against the wall, you need to not have mindless, drive-killing penalties on the offensive line. Stop with the silliness. And if you want to get analytical and look at the cold, hard facts, Dillon Gabriel has better stats than Caleb Williams right now at USC. I'll pop it up on the screen right now. He has almost 1,100 passing yards, completing 67% of his passes, 11 touchdowns with 0 INTs. So for all of my Oklahoma fans that are trying to blame Dillon Gabriel, I think you need to look elsewhere. You didn't lose this game because Dillon Gabriel missed about 3, 4, maybe 5 throws he should have completed. You lost this game because 1, your defense gave up 41 points, they were terrible, and 2, your offensive line had stupid penalties. But as we all know, if you win, the quarterback gets praised. If you lose, the quarterback, he gets the blame, even if it's not his fault. It is what it is. That's how everybody believes and operates. After watching that Kansas State game, you can say I'm overreacting. Don't care. I have completely changed my mind on this Oklahoma football team. I no longer think they are an elite team. I no longer think they can make the college football playoff, and I'm not even talking about competing for the playoff. I don't think they're going to get in. I believe they have no shot whatsoever because they have so many issues going on right now. We're just now getting to the point in the season about week 4, week 5, week 6 where those issues are starting to get exploited because you're no longer playing your Kent States and UTEPs and Nebraskas. You're getting into conference play. Your weaknesses are about to be exposed, and for Oklahoma, they got exposed in the first conference game. I believe Oklahoma is still about 2-3 years away from getting back up into that category with your Alabamas, Georgias, and Ohio States of the world. And the reason for that is because, number 1, it's Brent Venables' first year there, and number 2, it's going to take a while for him to get his players in. And when I say get his players in, I mean his recruits. Also, looking ahead, I don't think they have the toughest schedule, but it's for sure not easy. Before I would even think about talking about that Texas game, I would worry about TCU. They play that game at 11 a.m., and we all know this. Anything can happen at 11 a.m. I'm still shocked they lost that game. It hasn't set in with me. Let me know your thoughts down below. But right away, Billy!